the home ground advantage may not be enough. From a distance, it looks like a misty cloud in a rainforest canopy. Don't be deceived. Enter this gossamer nightmare, and you're on a guaranteed journey through hell. It's the hunting ground of the tent spider. And worse still, where there's one tent spider, there are hundreds.
Tent spiders live in groups. Each spider has its own web, but it's connected by frame lines. And the big advantage of this is that they're able to feel vibrations throughout the colony. This is particularly helpful if a potential predator comes through. Less than 1% of all the spider species in the world live in groups of any sort, and these are known as social spiders. This particular spider lives in colonies of anywhere from 5 up to hundreds of webs, with the frame lines between the webs connected.
Like a cooperative fishing fleet, with all its nets linked together. The trap is so vast, so complex, escape is unlikely.
Tent spiders have unusual webs. Instead of vertically oriented, flat orb webs, their web is horizontally oriented. It's got a peak so that it is essentially a three-dimensional tent. Insects that fly in get knocked down and fall onto the web.
With bright markings to warn off aerial predators. These spiders hang out at the very top of their own personal tents, upside down and waiting for company.
Tent spiders, like other orb weavers, have 3 claws on the ends of their feet. In between the claws, they have kind of an oily gland. Although they have the 8 legs, they're just barely touching their silk.
The special oil keeps tent spiders from sticking to their own web. This fly has made a fatal error. The tent spider senses vibrations. It drops onto its prey in a split second.
They grab it in their 3rd legs, and then they wrap it up, using their 4th legs to pull swaths of silk. They wrap up their prey very, very effectively.
Once the victim is wrapped, it's bite time. Behind feelers called pedipalps are menacing fangs that curve inwards to pierce and rip their prey. Within moments, the tent spider is back at the top of her silken dome, devouring her tightly wrapped snack. Just yards away, also prowling for a snack, another equally terrifying rainforest fighter. The destructive Katydid. Its super long antennae detect far-off prey.
The antennae are at least as long as the body, so this allows the katydid to sense prey approaching from quite some distance away. They're incredibly active and mobile, just cruising all the time, checking out, getting the cues, trying to get that little elusive chemical trail to tell it what's approaching or what's recently been around.
Its lime green body is near perfect camouflage. When it's time to eat, this bug is all business. Whether it's gorging on a giant cicada or disemboweling a live caterpillar.
This guy is the bolt cutter on 6 legs. And to make things worse, he's in the habit of eating his victims alive. He'll slice through the exoskeleton, open it up, and start munching on the soft bits beneath.
It's the essence of horror, a bestial slaughter, done with clinical precision. But there's more to this killer than just a big mouth.
2 pair of legs are lined with twin rows of spines. Now, once a prey is locked into those, it's pretty much time to call the Undertaker.
But those spiky limbs aren't just used in a death grip. They have defensive capabilities as well. Katydid front legs come with built-in sonic detectors.
Their hearing organs, called tympana, are located on the forelegs just above the spines. They use these to detect the calls of other katydids, but they can also use them to listen out for the sounds of bats echolocating. This allows them to avoid becoming prey to a bat when they're feeding in the treetops at night.
The destructive katydid and the tent spider are both sit-and-wait hunters. But they still take the occasional midnight stroll. Tonight, one of them will regret not staying home. Strung across the rainforest canopy is a silken cloud of death. For anything that enters, there's no guaranteed escape.
The spiders will attack any prey that's small enough for it to handle.
This destructive katydid has few rivals on terra firma. But when she takes to the air in these parts, she's vulnerable.
The tent spiders have lousy vision, but they are incredibly sensitive to vibrations. And so they're very, very responsive to airborne vibrations and vibrations in their silk.
The katydid's unplanned landing is met by a barrage of legs and spider silk. They wrestle frantically.
As long as the katydid is stuck in the web, it is at great risk of becoming prey to the tent spider. It needs to cut its way out, and fast.
If those jaws do break free, the fight could turn in an instant.
This katydid has really big, nasty jaws that could totally do in this spider. It's important to the spider to keep that katydid as far away as it possibly can from its body while still entangling it further or wrapping it up further in silk.
The katydid tries to kick through the silk with its sturdy hind legs. It snips at the web.
It's really a race against time. It can easily cut itself out of the web. That's not the problem. The problem is, can it do it before it's attacked by the spider and pumped full of venom?
The spider must move fast.
What it needs to do is it needs to get in there, bite the katydid, and pump as much venom as it can in there, but still make sure that that katydid can't bite it.
The tent spider makes its move. Now it's up to the venom to do its deadly work. Even as it begins shutting him down, the katydid continues to fight. But it's too late. Today, venom wins. And the silken cloud of death claims another victim. In the bug world, there are many ways to kill. Some slay with weapons, others with venom. But the deadliest of all may be the bugs with brains. When a porsche spider takes on a long-jawed orb weaver, it's brains versus bite for the biggest prize, survival. In the rainforest, hunters don't come any smarter than this. A flair for strategy, a master of disguise. The name is Spider, Porsche Spider, licensed to kill. Porsche is a specialist assassin. She prefers other spiders. And her 8 all-seeing eyes can pick them off in all sorts of conditions.
The eyes have different functions. The eyes on the side are very attuned to movement. A jumping spider can see 360 degrees. The front huge eyes are essentially recognizing contrast and discriminating distance. Combination of these different eyes, they just have superb vision.
Porsche is also a mistress of camouflage. Tufts of brown and white hair all over her body, thick brushes on the top of her legs, and thin lower leg segments make her look like forest debris. It's the perfect cover for ambushing prey. And when it comes to the kill, she has all the equipment a stealthy assassin needs. Fangs that deliver lethal venom, and mouth parts that flood the victim's body with digestive enzymes, so it can be dissolved, ground up, and sucked in as a liquid lunch. But Porsche is armed with another weapon you can't see.
Porsche are incredibly intelligent spiders. What Porsche seems to do is locate its prey, figure out where it is, approach it from a number of different angles until it's in an optimal hunting position.
She's also a master deceiver. She doesn't just look like leaf litter, she acts like it.
They will pluck on webs that indicate that just a little debris has fallen into the web. And so the spider may come up to the web, try to remove the debris, only to be attacked.
You don't mess with a fine-tuned killing machine unless it has a weakness. And this is the arch-villain who could find it. A stay-at-home hunter and a high-wire walking warrior. The long-jawed orb weaver.
The orb weaver's web is laid out like a circular grid with lines radiating out from the center. The spider will sit in the center, and from there it can get to any point on the web very fast, and those long legs just enhance their speed.
The orb weaver lies in wait. A silent ninja, poised to strike.
Orb weavers have 3 little claws at the end of each leg, and while they're sitting on the web, they're monitoring every little vibration.
Each movement means something. A puff of wind, a falling leaf, or what the skillful hunter is really waiting for, a trapped insect.
Sensing vibration is far more important to these guys than seeing things. In fact, vision doesn't really play a role at all in their hunting strategy.
When this 8-legged ninja strikes, it's lightning quick. But no throwing stars here. Just 2 long, razor-sharp fangs. Perfect for turning prey into shish kebabs. The orb weaver's long body is also superbly camouflaged. Stretched out in the middle of the web, it could be a stick. The fly obviously thought so. Now, wrapped in those deadly jaws, it's not thinking much at all.
The Longjaw spiked chelicerae effectively perform the same function as the raptorial arms of a mantid. They help grab onto the prey, hold it, and tear it apart.
Nearby, the Porsche spider is figuring how the orb weaver could become her next meal. A lethal assassin versus a deadly ninja. Only one will survive. In the peaceful surrounds of the lush rainforest, a camouflage specialist stalks a larger-than-life arch-villain.
Porsche's a camouflage spider. They look like a piece of debris, and that's all there is to it. They don't look like a spider walking along. They don't look like a predator, and they don't feel like a predator.
Porsche has devised a plan of attack. She starts snipping the long jaw's silk lines, clearing a jumping path for a view to kill.
The Porsche has done such a good job of tricking the Longjaw that it is oblivious to the threat, even as its back to it.
Porsche keeps snipping. One stray line in the path of her jump, and the diner could become the dinner. With the lines clear, she moves into position. A quick, clinical kill. As the venom-filled fangs plunge into the orb weaver's body, what took more than an hour of scheming and preparing is over in a moment. Porsche venom is unusually potent, especially to spiders. As the deadly cocktail courses through its body, the long jaw is paralyzed, then eaten.
You know, it's no surprise that this Porsche won. Long-jawed spider, unless it escaped fast, was doomed. It isn't a spider hunter. Porsche is a spider hunter. They're good at what they do. They're really smart. I don't think the long-jawed spider had a chance.
Like a professional assassin, Porsche is ruthlessly efficient. And she's already planning her next kill.